y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, that's the wrong time.
She's a real girl in a fool world. She's a great catch, and she cooks from scratch. That's a real girl in a food world. Do you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so today I'm just eating stuff that I saw on TikTok. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, subscribe. Even if you're not new, if you haven't subscribed, definitely go and subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you get notifications next time I post a video. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know things I see us try, things I see us cook, interact with us because we do like to hear from you. I'm gonna say grace and get started. Dearly Father, thank you for this food that we're about to receive for nourishment for our bodies and health. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Okay, I'm very proud of myself. I made my first sourdough loaf, and I made, what did I make? Well, first check the crumb. Okay, hello. I made a jalapeno cheddar bacon loaf, and yeah, making sourdough is a process. Okay, it's a full-time job. Okay, it's a whole 2-day process. It's a full-time job, but very pleased with the results, and it tastes very good. I've definitely already eaten some, so sorry I just couldn't help it. I had to eat some. All right, so I think I've talked about her before, Courtney Cook, because I had eaten Weetabix on the channel, but this is a Japanese sweet potato, and she takes this butter kaze cheese and she puts it down in the sweet potato, and she be eating it. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do today. I don't know. Oh, I was in the Meyer Instacarting, and I've done this before with a regular sweet potato. I don't think I ate it on camera. Or either I didn't eat it on camera or I ate it for TikTok, one of the two. But I've done this before, so she just be taking the cheese and just stick it. Let's hope. No, it's not gonna be cute today. But you just kind of like try to stick it. Definitely want it to be in the middle of the cheek of the sweet potato, but it ain't gonna be pretty, and it's gonna bust it open. Whatever. Hers be busted open too, but I kind of just wanted it in there, and most of the time she stick more than one in there. Just try to get it down and go. It's again not gonna be pretty. If y'all watch Cuzzle AB, I don't know if she put it on her YouTube channel or not, but anyway, that's not gonna be pretty, but that's gonna get in there and it's gonna melt and it's gonna be nice and cute. Okay, so that's that. Okay, but Cuzzle AB ate this, and I want to say that when after she ate it, she just said, "Yo, just be doing stuff." Courtney Cook also eats she called this is Branston, but she called it Brandy P, Branston pickle, and then this is the Branston pickle lily. She said this one's like a mustard sauce with pickled veggies in there, and this one, I don't know, but I've been seeing her. She's been eating it. I've been seeing her. I want to eat it. I need to try it because again, I told y'all that I'm easily influenced. So we're gonna try Brandy P. And I feel like she'd be eating. So she always eats something called a plowman's lunch or whatever, and she put Brandy P on it, so I'm gonna eat it on my sourdough. This smells very mustardy. I feel like this one, her mom, Courtney Cook's mom, said that this is more like a barbecue sauce. This one is like a tangy mustard, like almost like a, what's it called, relish. That's what it tastes. That's what it smells like. And then I just got sausages, because these are the Holmes brand, and they're the was it? I think they're bacon cheddar. I think So I'm just gonna try a little bit of this brandy pea on this. Yeah, it's definitely giving like barbecue sauce for sure. And I crack myself up trying this stuff because I don't be caring. I mean, I'd be nervous that maybe it don't be good, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I got off the Amazon. I went into World Market hoping that it would be in there, but it wasn't. Brandy pea is cool. I like it. There's vegetables and variable portions: carrot, rutabaga, onion, and cauliflower. Let me try this one. The vegetables in that one you can see more vividly than the brandy pea. Mm. The pickle lily is definitely more vinegary, a little mustardy. It's cool. I like the brandy pea over the pickle lily one, but both cool. All right. I'm trying to figure out how I had. Yeah, I'm sure I've had a Japanese sweet potato, but a lot of times she don't do nothing special. She just stick the cheese in there and then eat the sweet potato like that. It's not earth-breaking, ground-changing, but it is good. The cheese is real good. I had used it to make, what did I make with it? I think I made, ooh, look, my cheese really melted back here. I think I used it to make, what I made? Mashed potatoes. And I used the cheese and it was so like stringy. And creamy, like it made the mashed potato really good. Yeah, so when I did it the first time, this sweet potato and cheese combination, I need to use up the cheese, so I put it in the sweet potato. Put some brandy pea. And it's so funny that she called. I even typed brandy pea in Amazon, but Amazon knew what was up. Mm. Look at the cheese. It's just really, it get melting. I cut myself on my little fancy new little bread knife that I got. I watch a lady, Emily Rose, and I don't think it was just her video of making sourdough, but she definitely was a huge influencer of why I wanted to try making sourdough. I have seen people talk about a starter and all that good stuff, but I didn't know how to make it. She ended up doing a little series where she made a sourdough starter from scratch. Now, I will say that different things happen in different people's environments and stuff like that. She lived in California; it's warm there. But one thing that I think has slowed my progress, because I don't think I told y'all when I first started the sourdough starter, but it took way longer than it should have, I think, because Emily Rose suggested to dump out half of your starter every day and then feed it. And maybe I was just like discarded, but it's not like discard that you can use. And maybe I'm gonna close the jars up. Maybe I was discarding too much. And I think the Branson brand ended up sending, I know they end up sending Courtney like a whole case of this brandy pea. But yeah, I think I was restarting my process every day because I was dumping out sometimes almost all of it. Even though once you have an active starter, they say you don't even need a whole lot to like make more of it or whatever. Like you can have literally like slivers around the jar and you can make more of it. So I but I think that's not until you get active, until your starter get active. So until then, what really started working for me was not discarding anything and just only adding a little bit of flour at a time. Like I had started off every day adding like a fourth of a cup of flour and then just a little bit less of water, stirring it until it gets a thick pancake consistency, and then and that was it, a little bit. Well, one, I think I probably was feeding it too much, and the process had to restart because I kept dumping out everything. But once I stopped discarding every day, and at one point, Emily Rose suggests to do it twice a day, which again, it worked for her, but it did not work for me. Mine didn't start moving until I stopped discarding and I just kept with the once a day. Now my starter is active. I already want to make another loaf, but probably ain't gonna be able to make another one. I'm gonna just chill and not make another one bake another one till Friday. I probably start it Thursday. Like, do all the stuff. Oh, stop drinking straight that cheese. Sourdough is it's a full-time job, okay? It is a very lengthy process. Just to make a loaf is a 2-day process. Now, I guess I've been seeing videos of how people are like trying to show how to make same day loaves, but it's still an all day thing. Um, I was also very nervous because I didn't know, like, one, I was sitting here doubting. My starter's name is Red Down Stardiana, and I was sitting up here doubting Stardiana, but she was fine. Because during the process, like, you gotta, when you're like basically playing with the dough, you gotta like do these things called stretch and folds. Like, now some people say, a set of them every hour. Some people say every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes. I did a set of 4 stretch and folds every hour for 4 hours. So I did 4 sets, and then I let it bulk ferment. Okay, I'm learning all the terms. I let it bulk ferment in the oven with the light on, not turned on, just with the light on. I don't know, for some hours. I didn't go to sleep until like 1 o'clock, maybe 1, almost 2 o'clock. So whenever I went to sleep until I don't know, sometime yesterday afternoon. I mean, no, yeah, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday afternoon or morning. Yesterday morning, shaped it. Oh, it was like 9 or something. I think the recommendation is like 6 to at least 6 hours, maybe. I've seen people do shorter. And then you shape it, you put it in the Bantam basket, and you let it cold proof overnight. But people have like either eliminated the cold proof step. I think people have said that you can bake after you let it bulk ferment, but I guess to get the best sort of loaf, you should suggest or recommended that you cold proof. And then let it cold proof. You have to cold proof it. And it's time to bake. And I think somebody said you can leave it, let it cold proof for 12 to 36 hours, I think. And then, yeah, so anywho, while I was doing all the preparation, the stretch and folds, and even when I cold proofed it, the dough just really hadn't grown. So I was hoping that it wouldn't be flat, but I was very nervous that it was going to be flat. I guess one of the telltale signs is when you bake it, when you take so you bake in a Dutch oven. Well, Dutch oven, but I've seen people use like cake pans and just like a cake or a tin muffin pan and put another one on top. Or open bake. Again, learning all the time. Which is just baking it on a flat sheet pan and not putting anything over it, or baking in a Dutch oven. But when you take the lid off, then that's the telltale sign, okay, if it grew. And to my surprise, it had really grew when I took the lid off. So I was like, okay, I probably did something right. Now, I wasn't used to or anticipating how heavy this bread is. Like, so I was thinking I was gonna be super dense and I wasn't gonna have no crumb. The crumb is like what it looks like what the slice look like when you look in the inside of it. So I wasn't gonna have no crumb. And you gotta wait till it cool down to slice into it, because you don't want to let all the moisture out of the loaf. And so I couldn't eat it last night, and it was late. I wasn't staying up later than I already needed to. I had to wash and blow dry my hair so I could get my hair done. So this is a refrigerator after opening deal. Serving suggestions: spoon out and enjoy in a delicious pickle sandwich and ham baguette sandwich. So yeah, they don't say. I'm not seeing refrigerator after opening. So I'm gonna leave it once open. Keep in the fridge and use within 6 weeks. Oh. I think this is a UK thing too. I think because Courtney is obsessed with all things British, UK. She's an English teacher, and she teaches British literature, I think. She also lived in Japan for a while. Her husband is in the service, and they were stationed over in Japan at one point. So she also eats a lot of Asian-inspired meals. And I don't know if I talked about that. I think I talked about this, how she caught heat because the Asian community is up in arms because she getting credit for their stuff, basically. Right. But I found her super sweet about it. You know, she made a post and was just like, you know, I eat foods from different cultures, and she don't claim to them to be hers or whatever. It's just stuff that she enjoys, and a lot of the Asian inspired food she ate a lot when she was over in Japan. So now I will say that we know the melanin recessives real quick to take some stuff and try to make it and call it their own, but I never really picked up on that vibe from her. But when I tell you, the Asian community is upset, okay? I think the thing too is that they felt like, because I've seen quite a few videos pop up on my For You page, I think the thing is that they feel like she didn't give credit where it was due. I don't know when the Logan thing happened. So Logan is the guy who says sometimes you just need to eat a whole cucumber. He makes a lot of Asian inspired foods. I don't know if he used to live in Korea or whatever, but he makes a lot of Korean foods for sure. And he got teamed up with the brand, what's it called, Fly by Jing. And they have made what's it called? It was basically like a soup base, but it's for hot pot, maybe. Is it hot pot? Or fuck? I think it might be hot pot, but basically like a little hot pot cube or whatever that you can. I think it was hot pot. Y'all go ahead and Google because I could be making that part of it. It was some sort of soup base for an Asian meal. What got them going was that he said that it was the very first one of its kind, like it was the very first. And somebody, an Asian content creator, was like, the first one of its kind, and they went in their cabinet and pulled out a already open pack. So it's not, I mean, I guess that's to say, like, obviously it's something that they use all the time, and so it's not authentic, like it's not the first time somebody has made that. And yeah, so they wasn't the first ones, and Logan is melanin recessive, and you know they ain't like that. They said, "No, how you going, you know, like you invent stuff over here. This ain't new. We've been using this or whatever, basically." And then people was mad, boy. Okay, they was mad. Um, and I think they got so he ended up doing like an apology video, and I want to say they pulled it off the shelf. They stopped the production of the whatever the, or I know he took his name off of it. Let me say I know he removed himself from anything to do with that. But I can't recall if Fly Jean just even stopped it, pulled the plug on the product or not. But I know he disassociated himself with it. Now, again, these people, I mean, but you never know people's intentions. And with social media, you only see what people want you to see. So while I may have an opinion, and I in no way am I trying to come to these mental or sexual people age, because they would not do the same for me. However, while I can't, really attest to their character, I don't know these people personally. I didn't get that. I feel like some people you can, ascertain that they are like clout chasers. You know what I'm saying? And just inauthentic, disingenuine, and they don't, you know what I'm saying? They want to just, ride the coattails of everybody else and take the credit for stuff and not put no work in. You can definitely see that with people. This iced coffee, I'm sorry because I ain't have a whole lot to fill up my whole cup today. So I'm gonna buy some more. But my latest obsession, they have a Nut Pods pistachio creamer. And I found a raspberry white chocolate. My first thought was to get some sort of chocolate creamer, because I was like, oh, if I make a Dubai chocolate little concoction, because it's pistachio cream, and then I can make a little Dubai chocolate like little situation. Well, I couldn't find a chocolate creamer that was non-dairy, so I end up at first. So I just end up getting some Planet Oat chocolate milk and mixing that with the cream, and it was doing the job. It still will do the job. But then I saw at the Crow Ghetto they had this raspberry white chocolate Planet Oat raspberry white chocolate creamer that was on sale from Valentine's Day, so I ended up getting that, and I've been doing that in the pistachio cream. I really like the fact that it's raspberry white chocolate, because even though it's not Dubai chocolate strawberry, but it's some sort of berry. I got lots of ice working. Ice right here. Well, I already made this ice. Well, put this ice in a cup before I made my iced coffee. But I'm not mad about either one of these. I will, and usually when I try stuff, for the most part, I still eat it off camera. Like, I do be trying stuff, but I will still eat it because shoot, I don't bought it. I don't spend my money on it. Maybe I might not get it again. Well, I told y'all this is the second time I did this. I wanted to try it with a Japanese sweet potato, because the first time I did it with a regular sweet potato. I cleaned the skin off, by the way. Both are good. The brandy peas are good. I feel like they definitely would be really good on like a sandwich or something like that, so I'm gonna do that. But I'm still eat it. Now, like I said, it'd be some stuff that I probably just wouldn't buy again, but I tried it, but I finished it. I ate it, but I'll finish these. The brandy pea came in a pack of 2, so. I am full though. I'm sorry, because I do want to finish my potatoes, but I'm just full. maybe I'll just save it, and then if I get hungry in a little bit, I'll eat it again. But I feel like there was something else I had to tell y'all, where I'm at. I always forget. I got my hair done. Was there something about my hair? Oh no. Just the last thing, then I'm gonna go. I'll tell y'all about my hair experience. Although it was fine. I went to Amy's African hair braiding place, and I've been going to the Fifth Avenue location. I like it there. It's cool. It's only $200 for small knotless. Small knotless. They have 2 locations, one on Livingston, one on Fifth. The Fifth one was the first one I went to. Haven't had any bad experience there, so I just keep going back there. Well, I per se, the last time when I had the color braids, my edges on this side, they got a little compromised from whoever did that. But other than that, it was cool. I think I think when the very first time I went there, I was expecting to only be in there for 2 hours because everybody was talking about, oh, they get you in and out. It'd only be 2 hours, but it wasn't 2 hours for me. The first time I think it was 4 or 5 hours. The next time was maybe 4 hours. This time was only like 3 hours, which was cool. But just if you are in Columbus, Ohio, and you plan on going to Amy's, just make sure you allot at least 4 or 5 hours. Make sure you ain't got nowhere to be, because the one time that I went, it was getting real close to me being late to pick the bubby up. I actually think I probably was late picking the bubby up. It was either the bubby or Gavin. Maybe it was Gavin. Pick him up. I think I was late getting Gavin from practice, but he was at the school, so it wasn't really like, too crazy. But yeah. Because so I would just plan to be there. I would just give yourself a 6-hour window, and then if you get done in less than that, then that's fine. It just depends, like, because the one time that it took longer than expected, the lady how most of the time it's always gone is that you start out with 2 people in your head. Then that was another thing. It was always talking about, you're gonna have like 4 or 5 people in your head. That's not everybody's experience. My experience, the majority of the time, all the times that I've gone, my experience is that there's somebody, they split your head in half. Somebody's working the back half, somebody's working the front half. But what happened the one time I was late was that the person who was on the front half, she did her piece and she pieced out. She ain't helped the girl in the back. So, and then another thing is that what they do is they start your hair, they braid it, but they don't braid it all the way down until they get finished putting all the braids in. And so nobody came and helped nobody came and helped sis in the back. Okay. And I feel kind of bad for her, because like the chick who did my front, like she did my front. She had somebody came and helped her braid all the way down in the front. And then she pieced out. She went on lunch or something, I don't know. And then nobody else came over and like helped sis in the back. So she was basically by herself. And it was just like, it was a thing of me going to go to just one of my regular girls to get my hair braided. So that was a bummer. I was just nervous about being late to pick Gavin up. That was the only thing. I think it had to be Gavin. It couldn't have been a bubby, because I can't be late picking the bubby up like from his school or whatever. And I don't think it was him. I think it was Gavin. Yeah. And not that I should be late picking Gavin up either. But, it just was a little bit more flexible to pick Gavin up late versus if I picked the bubby up late, even though I didn't pay for the preschool, but like there was a late fee policy and all of the good stuff. But that was for the people who have Title 20. I ain't had that. Anywho, so yeah, my experience was fine this time. At one point I think it was 5 women in my head. They started off, it was the one person working the front, one person working the back. And then the person in the front, I don't know if maybe the girl in the back didn't braid all the way down either, but, well, not every time. I think once she got towards the middle, she stopped braiding all the way down, but then by the time she got to the middle, there was somebody there braiding all the braids down. I think another thing was that the girl, the when I went the one time that they left the girl in the back, the chick in the front, she was quick. You know, they moving their hands like this. That wasn't the girl in the back. She wasn't moving that fast. Um, but I think both of them today was going like this. Like, I wish I would love to be going that fast. All right, so anywho, yeah. So then they started, and then once the lady in the front finished, it seemed like always the one in the front is the better braider too, as far as like how fast they are and all that good stuff. So she finished all the braids. Then she started braiding down. But by the time she got finished with all the braids in the front, somebody, at least three other people came and started helping to braid down the braids. So I think that's what helped me get out in 3 hours or whatever. I got there like 7 something and I was out by 10:30. And like I said, $200 for a small, these are small, knotless waist length. $200 is a steal. And then I think they had a Valentine's Day sale that where it was like $15 off of that. So um but yeah, other than that, it was cool. Experience was cool. I was just chilling on scrolling on social media, all that good stuff. Last thing, my trash, so my recycling can, okay, like every week there is something with my recycling can. So one of the weeks my recycling can just went up and went missing. And my mom had went and knocked on one of my neighbor's doors and was like, hey, you know, just asking about it. And the husband was like, oh, I was wondering about that. And so his wife brought over the recycling can. Why they took mine, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just confused as to, did you not see that you already had one and then you took mine too? I don't know. So I had ended up calling 311 to get a new recycling can. Well, before they got here with the new recycling can, I had got my recycling can back. So that was cool. And then when I had ended up leaving out to go to work that day, and I like was like, hey, they was like, you already got one. I was like, yeah, they brought it back. So, you know, they checked it, make sure that it was cool and it didn't need to be replaced, and then they pieced out. Then like last week, my recycling can just ups and disappears or whatever. And this, I think it disappeared before they even, like, I'm looking on the camera, it disappeared. It was out there that morning, and then by the time Gavin got home from school, my recycling can was gone. And then I could see on the camera where the recycle people had passed, but by the time they went past the house, my can was gone. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, why does my can keep disappearing? So then there was a recycling can like 2 doors down, still outside. So Gavin went to go look, and he was like, oh yeah, this is ours. He said he could tell by the fact that there was a newspaper at the bottom of it or whatever. So anywho, got the recycling can back. So today I go outside after I had heard the recycle people come earlier. So I go outside, I see that my dang on can is not in front of my house again. Now, my neighbor's recycling can has been out since last week. I really think that that's his, that he told me that was mine, but whatever. So I see that there's 2 in front of my neighbor's house right here. There's 2 down, 2 doors down, in front of like two doors down. And then I'm like, and then there's my direct neighbor right to next to me. And I'm like, I'm sitting here confused. Like, which one of these is my can? It got one of these is my can. Which one is it? I low-key should have took that one from the people because it had my address on it. Like, or I need to put something with my address on it so that there won't be any confusion. You know what I'm saying? Because right now my trash cans have my address on it. The recycling cans don't. And maybe it did at one point. Maybe it faded off because there is this like white little strip on there. So maybe that was what the addresses was and it's faded now. I don't freaking know. So I go out there and I was just like, I'm just about to pick one of these, and one of these is mine, and one of these is coming in my house. I don't really care. So I go to my neighbor right here that took my recycling can the one time, and I just pick one of the ones out from in front of their house. The neighbor next to me comes out his house and say, this one is yours. I was like, oh, this one? Okay. So then I put the one that I was about to take back, and then I went and got the one that he said. But now there's 2 in front of the neighbor's house, that 2 doors down. So somebody's missing a recycling can. I don't understand what's going on. My old man across the street, his recycling can is maybe they about to get maybe it's the recycling people doing it. I don't know, but what I don't understand is why you not putting people's recycling cans back in front of their house. My old man that live across the street, he has been outside since last week, and I don't know if it's just not his or what, but I don't know where his recycling can is at. I just don't understand what's going on here. It's like, why do I have to hunt down my dang on recycling can every week? And I meant to look and see on the camera to see, but I was in I think I was I in a meeting? I was talking to somebody at work on the phone, so I didn't get a chance to see, because I was planning on watching to see what was going on when the recycling people came. And when I came back home from getting my hair braided, my recycling can was in front of my house, and then after the trash people come, it's gone, or it ain't in front of my house. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. It used to ain't be, maybe it's a new recycling person, I don't know, but it used to not be like this for real. Like, there was order amongst these things. Anywho, all right, that's all I got. I'm about to go. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below. Let us know things you see us try, things you see us cook. Interact with us, because we do like to hear from you. And subscribe to the channel. Subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications the next time we post a video. And we'll see you in the next video.